the next one, my 3-year-old with little speech, she has begun public school and is receiving speech therapy there. Should I seek more therapy for speech? And I don't know what you read into this, David, but we have a lot of families that school offers them speech, and they think that sometimes they will prioritize that speech as being more important than their ABA hours. That's what I read into that one. Did you read that too, or am I reading in too far?
No, not necessarily reading it too far at all. There's a lot of different ways to read into this one. I've had similar situations where parents have gotten speech or OT through their school, and they're initially very, very happy with it. I think the really important thing to look at there is when you are receiving these services, and it doesn't matter if it's from school or if it's from an ABA provider or anything like that, you really want to be an informed and somewhat aggressive of the consumer. I cued into the part where they said that their child is 3 years old and doesn't have a lot of speech right now. And one of the things that you want to look for when receiving speech services from school is what that placement really is. Because one thing that schools will do a lot of the time is they'll do group speech. And group speech can be a really good placement if you're working on things like social skills, conversational skills with peers, and those types of things. But if you're trying to generate speech and we don't have a lot of speech yet and they're in a group placement, they're not going to get a lot of that one-to-one direct time that they need to really make progress. So if you were thinking about receiving additional speech therapy, I think that would be okay. I think another big key there is the collaboration between all the different services, because you might be getting really, really good speech in one location and really good speech in another location, but without that collaboration, you're not going to get that to be able to generalize to all the environments. And I agree with you. It's also with the making sure that we keep ABA as a priority too, because although we're not labeled as speech, we are going to work on communication. That's going to be one of our major focuses, especially for a 3-year-old. So although we're not labeled speech, we still work on functional communication, communication as a replacement behavior for problem behaviors. We're working on a lot of different things there too.
Yeah. For a 3-year-old, I just want to point out for people watching, for a 3-year-old with autism, speaking or not speaking, the recipe often is that research shows that the most effective number of hours to do ABA is 25 to 40 hours of ABA. Schools right now are so threatened by that we have seen countless cases where a school will say to a parent, well, but it's really a question of quality versus quantity. And this is very disturbing to me because I want to know where that study is, because I'm not aware of that study. The study says that it's actually more practice. So, that it really is the hours. And I feel that schools are doing this to manipulate parents into feeling that they should spend more time at school and less time doing therapy. There isn't a study that shows that that's the way that gets the best outcomes. It just, if you find it, if you're aware of it, please let me know. So I always worry when a parent has got a little one, especially when they don't speak, they feel like maybe they should be doing more speech. And speech is great. I love speech, but make sure you're getting the ABA prescription 25 to 40 hours. And I would tell you to do 40 hours and do more hours at home. That's what gets it done.